offering a luxurious lifestyle along the Chattahoochee River. Spacious open floor plan with a separate office, perfect for remote work.
In this video, I'm not going to do the sexy, very white, low, slow sales pitch. I'm just going to simply tell you my listing strategy and my thoughts going into this property and how am I going to sell it in a time frame where there's about 6 options on the market available in addition to ours that are basically identical, the same stacks of condos. And by stacks, I mean condos that were built in a stack that are shaped the exact same way. Okay, first let's talk about the basic attributes and features of this property. The property is 950 square feet. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, as we discussed, and it's on a property that has a combination of lots of different kinds of properties. There's townhomes in there, there's a few detached homes in there, there's some more upscale condos in there that are back behind the One River Place building, and all these properties are within the same 33-acre community and under the same master HOA. They all have their own independent HOAs, but they're all under the same master HOA. So the kind of person that's going to look for a property like this is probably someone who appreciates nature. They enjoy being able to go on a walk next to the Chattahoochee River. They enjoy going to Braves games at the Battery. They enjoy the easy access to 285 and 75 and 85, so they can pretty much access anywhere in Atlanta at any time. Heirloom Barbecue is right next door. Me and Maliana had Heirloom Barbecue actually cater our wedding back in 2020, and that was wow. So let's get to the more obvious point and why I think this property will sell when many others in the building may not. And that is obviously price. Price, as you know, is what sells properties ultimately. I mean, yes, it requires the right buyer, and yes, it requires the right motivation for that buyer to have in order to buy that property and for the deal to work out and for everyone to land in a win-win position. The price being more competitive is always the biggest value builder unless you have other properties that are way decked out, fully renovated, brand new kitchens, brand new bathrooms, things like that. So the thing you'll notice in this building is that there are plenty of units available that are the 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom floor plan, and they are typically either 950 square feet or somewhere in the 850 to 900 square feet range. 950 being one of the larger footprints for the 1-bedrooms in One River Place. And one of the other factors that would make a difference in why someone would choose one of these units is the view from the deck. Now, all these 1-bedrooms have a deck, which is cool. Because you're living in a condo building, you need to be able to poke your head out and open the door and be able to and get some fresh air. There's plenty of condo buildings in Atlanta that don't actually have access to a deck, and you're completely closed off from the moment you walk in your unit other than just opening your window. So that is another cool feature about this building, is that they do have that. So if you look at the pricing, currently we have ours listed at $275,000. Now, price per square foot divided by 950, that would put us at right at $289.42 some odd cents, right? So the other properties in the building, the next lowest price is $310 per square foot. That is a $21 difference from ours to theirs, and the finish level, I hate to say it, is the same. The next up from there is 317, 321, 325, 328, 350. I mean, you get my point. Really, these properties are not that much different. Yes, a couple of them are a little bit higher in the building. A couple of them have directional views facing the river versus facing the entrance, which ours faces the entrance. Some would prefer that. Some would prefer the back units on the back side of the building. But currently, there is not a lot available on the back side of the building, and the ones that are available have a pretty similar view, as well as, more importantly, they have the same finish level. It's not like these have been gutted and all the flooring's been replaced and the kitchen's fully decked out. I mean, there has been a 1-bedroom in this building recently sold for $325,000 because of the fact that it had all those upgrades. So you can see that there's some upside to this if you wanted to move into it and do those things and put $50,000 or so into it. That being said, your current competition in this market, based on where we are and these others are, I would say ours is absolutely the best value. There's one more bonus that I've left out. Some of these condo units, as you may be aware of if you're in the market or you've ever bought a condo, will come with other features such as storage units and parking spots and things like that. This one happens to have the most premium parking spot, which sits right next to the entrance of the door leading to the unit. And it also has a large single storage unit that is probably about 6 by 4 feet, maybe even larger, something in that range. We've actually depicted it in the pictures on our listing. But those two are great value adds because you have a deeded reserve spot and you have plenty of spillover if you need extra room in your condo because there's not a ton of space. Another nice thing about this condo and the other 950 square foot units in this building is that it has a little room off to the side when you come into the front door. So even though it is a 1 bedroom, there's also an additional office space sitting to the right side of the hallway when you walk into the unit, which acts as a really great office or just a little sitting room or whatever you needed it for. So that is the whole sales pitch. I mean, granted, we're going to do the video content like we're doing right now. We're going to do the ads where we boost everything on YouTube and Google and Facebook and all of the above so that everyone who possibly could see this unit is going to see it. When the buyer comes to this building and they start knocking out each unit at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the one that we are currently listing is going to be the best value for the dollar, and it's going to make more sense for them to buy that one versus the others. If you have questions or interest in this property, or hey, if you happen to be in the market to buy or sell a real estate right now, this is the kind of marketing that we do, and this is the approach we take. We're proactive, we're transparent, and we really do a lot of extras in addition to the standard, put it on the market, throw the pictures up, put in the sign in the yard. Those things are great and they're essential, but all these other things are what makes the difference because I can study this property after I put out all the video content and see what kind of people, based on the Meta and the Google platform, are actually looking at this property at this time. All these various things that would determine what kind of buyer is really looking for this property in this market at this time, which allows us to take that more modern approach in finding the person who's actually going to buy this property. So if you're curious about it, give me a shout directly. We'd love to walk you through our whole listing process. But in the meanwhile, if you're looking to buy a condo in One River Place in Sandy Springs and you want to be close to the Battery, give me a call because this is the one to buy.